Yo, 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 what's up? About to give it like 4 or 5 minutes. We'll get started. About to get started in 3 minutes. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you feeling? How you feeling? How you doing? Mm-mm-mm-mm. Get up in here. You see the title. If I had to start. Wait, what's the title again? I'm talking. Let me see. If I had to become disciplined again. That is the title of this live video. We'll get into it shortly. Ooh, yeah. What's going on, everybody? We starting in 2 minutes. Tareem, what's going on with it? What's up? What's up? What's going on? We starting in 1 minute. Oh, you from Pakistan? Oh, that's what's up. Shout out to you. I'm from the U.S. I'm from Michigan, the state of Michigan. All right, guys. In a minute, we about to start. Let's do it. If I had to become disciplined again. Now, this is from scratch when I say again. If I had to start from scratch, what I would do, one of the first things I would do would be limit phone conversations, phone calls. That would be the first thing that I would limit. I would ideally limit those to 10 to 15 minutes if it's not something urgent, if it's not an emergency, limit those because it's easy like anything, like playing a video game, watching one football game, NFL football game on a Sunday, then you start watching all of the football games that comes on that day. Same thing with talking on the phone. Somebody speaks on something and it just opens the floodgates for an extra 30-minute talk. So that is one of the first things that I would do is limit phone conversations over the phone. And you have to, this is one of the hardest things that's underrated and slept on because, when you change up on people in that way, they're looking at you like, oh, is this something different? Are you being fake? But no, you have to train people essentially to respect your time because most average people, they don't respect their own time that much and they just just go through life all willy-nilly. So when you want to be disciplined, locked in, focused, and consistent, you have to respect your time and be more time conscious when you're on the phone with other individuals that just yap, 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 yap. So limit that. Unless it's something that you got planned for in your free time, then by all means, if you got a 3 hour window for free time, all means you can talk for 3 hours on the phone. But just in between, maybe tasks, things of of that nature, limit phone conversation to like 10 to 15 minutes tops. That would be the first thing I would do if I had to start all over again with discipline, if I had to be disciplined again. The next thing is to schedule my day in advance. That is major because they said if you don't plan to win, wait, if you don't plan, you plan to lose. So a lot of people always procrastinate and they put things off because they always tell themselves, "Oh, I'll just do that tomorrow. I'll do that tomorrow," and tomorrow doesn't come. But when you write something, especially writing something down on pen and paper, it tells your mind, okay, this is a commitment. This is a more realistic commitment because you wrote it down on paper. You're making it a reality. It's way easier to manifest focus and discipline when you write it down. Even if you don't write it down, at least has some type of calendar organizational software that'll help you with that. Me personally, I'm not sponsored by them, but I've been using Trello for years now, and it's been amazing. I have like the paid subscription where I can integrate Google Calendar. That is the second thing that I highly advise you guys to do is start scheduling your day a day in advance. And uh, preferably what I do it essentially right before I go to sleep because, you know, sometimes if you guys just have this one thing, then I can understand already day planning for the day, the next day, first thing in the morning. If it's a schedule, man, I can't talk today. If it's a time range that you know you can hit for sure. But what I do is because some things spill over, some things overlap. I always try to like day plan a day ahead at night, right before I go to sleep. That always works best for me. And then I already know what's on the task, what's on the itinerary for the next day. So I don't have to scramble in the morning thinking, okay, what hasn't been accomplished? Because that's another thing. When you procrastinate things so much, that thing you don't even know subconsciously you made less important. So it's easily forgotten when you don't mark it on your calendar. So that would be the second thing I would do. So the first thing I said is limit phone conversations. Second thing is to organize and schedule your day at least a day in advance. Now, like I said, you don't have to OD this. Let's say today, for example, is a Sunday. You don't have to plan out from Sunday to Wednesday or Sunday to Friday, Sunday through Sunday, from Sunday to Sunday. No, just take it one day at a time because realistically, things in your life will pop up unexpectedly. So you have to just be ready for that and be able to have a set schedule where you can still accomplish that task that's going to push the needle, move the dial for yourself. So that's first and second thing. First thing, let's go back over this. First thing, limit phone conversations. Limit out of the blue phone conversations. If this is not time that's dedicated in your free time, don't be spending over an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours on the phone. Don't even spend 30 minutes. Limit it to 10 to 15 minutes tops. Preferably, I would say 10 minutes. Keep it brief. And I know a lot of people in your life is going to feel some type of way about it, but it is what it is. You want to be more disciplined. You want to be more focused. You want to be successful in different aspects of life. This is what you have to do. It's called sacrifices for a reason. If everybody could do it, then everybody would be doing it. And that's not the case. Second thing, organize your days. You have to start taking life more serious. The problem is, it's the subconscious that does the most work, and it's the most detrimental thing than the actual conscious things, because consciously you would say a lot, oh, I forgot this. Why? Because you've been procrastinating this and that thing, not putting it in your calendar, not writing it with pen and paper, not putting it in some type of software like a Trello, or what's the other thing people use? I can't remember the name of it, but you're not doing things like that. So now you're wondering why you can't get anything done. The third thing I would do, Let's see. The third thing that I would do would be this goes back to people once again. You have to you have to limit the time that you spend with people. What I mean is this. Well, you know what? I'm gonna make this point the third point so I can segue and make that the fourth point. Sleeping on time, day to day basis. Sleeping on time on a day to day basis. This is pivotal. We don't understand how discombobulated we can be and how irritable we can be when we don't have the adequate amount of sleep, amount of rest. If you're only sleeping 3.5 hours, 4.5 hours a day, no wonder why you can't be consistent with anything and stay locked in, disciplined, and focused. You always have brain clog, and brain clog is so damaging to anything that you're trying to accomplish in life. So being sleep deprived is a big no-no. So being structured with your sleep, having a deadline, and try to stay as true to it as you possibly can. A lot of people want to steal your time from you. And once again, the average person doesn't value time the way me and you do. Me and you, we value our time and we're time conscious. So we can't just be up at 3 o'clock in the morning just doing this or that, drinking, smoking, partying, and all of that left and right every weekend, every other weekend. No, when you're when you think in this mindset where you want the better things of life, you have to be locked in. And one of those things, and the third thing I would do is sleeping on time consistently. Try to stay as true as possible. Once again, life happens. You may have things that inconvenience you in the middle of the night, of course, but just get back on track and sleep consistently. Sleep in the same time window, in the same time box, day in and day out. Your energy levels is going to be at a certain level, and you know, as long as you at that certain level, it's no excuse why you can't knock out this and that task. So that's the third thing is sleep. Fourth thing, fourth thing now is people, making sure people respect your time. See, that goes hand in hand with going to sleep on time. Some people want you to go to the casino with them and party and do this and that all at midnight, 3 o'clock up to 5 o'clock in the morning. No, people have to respect your time, and that's okay. What you're gonna notice is that friends that you used to have when you came up or whatever, they don't have to be sandbox friends or anything. They can be friends you met 3 years ago, 5 years ago. They're gonna this is the new approved version of yourself where you're like, no, I'm not about to stay out at 5 o'clock in the morning with you. I have things to do. I have to go to sleep. I be telling people that all the time, like, man, I'm about to go to sleep. And guess what? People know that's how I am now. So it's not even something they're not ever about to ask me, hey, you want to do this and that. They already know. They take into in consideration, hey, half is about to be asleep already. So don't bother them. And that's okay. You rather have a reputation of being somebody disciplined and consistent than the latter, because that other end of the spectrum, people don't really respect your time. And respect is pivotal in every aspect of life. Respect is everything. So I just gave you guys four things. Drop a one down right now in the comments if you want the fifth thing. Drop a one in the comments. I'll give you number five. All right, going once, going twice. So, hey, y'all got to tap in later. Maybe I'll give you the fifth. Very important, very life altering, life changing discipline and consistency hack that you need. But hey, you didn't drop a one in the comment section, so you're going to stay stuck. But you know what it is. It's half the operator. Don't be stuck and done forever. Let's learn to grow together. I'm out.